And in this class we are going to discuss about the angular bisectors of two lines. Okay, first of all, what is an angular bisector, and then what are the properties related to the angular bisector, and then how to find the equations of the angular bisectors. These concepts we need to discuss one by one. Okay, the first one, okay, 42nd point, and this is related to the angular bisectors of two lines. And basically, what is an angular bisector? Okay, angular bisector is a line which divides an angle into two equal parts, and that's the angular bisector. For suppose, if I have two lines, you may say them as L1 and L2. Look there, I have two lines and you just say those lines as L1 and L2. Yeah, see, this L1 and L2 will make four angles as intersection. Okay, two angles and then two angles. See, from our elementary knowledge, it is very clear that these two angles are equal, vertically opposite, and these two angles are also equal, vertically opposite. Now, if I draw a line which bisects this angle, okay? If I draw a line which bisects this angle, and that line is called the angular bisector, okay? This line will bisect, these two angles are equal. Again, if I draw a line like this, yeah, this is also another angular bisector. If two lines L1 and L2 intersect each other, then their four angles are formed. Among those four, opposite pairs are equal and we call them as vertically opposite angles. And if we draw a line which bisects that angle equally, we call these lines as angular bisectors of those two lines. Okay, and the first idea. And the next idea is, see what to say about the angle between the angular bisectors. So, okay, next idea B, what I am going to tell you is angle between angular bisectors. Yeah, once again I am repeating for you. Yeah, if two lines intersect, for sure four angles are formed, and among those four angles, one pair are equal and other pair are also equal, and this pair of angles are equal, and that is equals to an acute angle, and this pair are unequal and that is equals to an acute angle. Okay, what I am going to tell you is, yeah, if two lines intersect like this, if this angle is theta theta, then this angle is 180 minus theta, and this angle is also 180 minus theta. If theta is acute, 180 minus theta is obtuse. If 180 minus theta is acute, theta is obtuse. These two are equal, these two are equal. If these two are acute, then these two become obtuse. If these two are acute, then these two become obtuse. It depends on the value of theta. So totally there are four angles, and among those four, see, pairs are equal. If one pair is acute, other pair is obtuse. That's what I am saying. And now, yeah, see, thus acute and obtuse concept is clear. Okay, and now I am going to draw the angular bisectors for these angles. You just look there. I am going to draw the angular bisectors. Okay, this is one angular bisector. This is other angular bisector. This green color line is an angular bisector which divides this total angle into two parts. You just say those angles as some x and x, just for our convenience. And now this green color line is also an angular bisector. It divides into y and y. Yeah, and now if you look there, if you concentrate on one line, you may say this line as some L1. On this L1, this total angle is how much? 180 degrees, we know it. So if you find out that 2x plus 2y is equals to 180 degrees, and from there x plus y is equals to 90 degrees. But where is x plus y? If you look there, this is x and this is y. That in the sense, from this green color to this green color, that is x plus y, and that angle I found it as 90 degrees. That in turn represents that angle between angular bisectors is always 90 degrees. If I have one angular bisector, then for sure other angular bisector is perpendicular to the first angular bisector. Okay, so related to the angular bisectors of two lines, the first point is angular bisector is a line which divides an angle into two equal parts. That's the first point. And the second point is, yeah, see, there are four angles. pairs of opposite angles are equal. If one pair is acute, then the other pair is obtuse. Okay. And another point is angle between the angular bisectors is always 90 degrees. Okay. So these are the points. And the next point what I have to discuss. See, you just think about it. Another point. Okay. All these points are just related to the concepts of plane geometry. After this, we need to enter into the points related to the coordinate system. Yeah. Now the third point what I am going to tell you is, see, every point on angular bisector, you just observe the statement what I am writing. Every point on angular bisector is equidistant from the lines. Is equidistant from the sides of the angle, from the arms of the angle, from the lines of the angle. You may say them as sides or arms or from the lines of the angle. Okay, just think about it. See, there is an angular bisector, and for sure there exists infinite number of points on the angular bisector. Every point on the angular bisector is equidistant from the sides of the angles. Okay, that's what we need to identify first. Okay, I will erase this. Yeah, this definition, this general property C is helpful in excuse me, is helpful in finding the equations of angular bisectors. Now look there. Yeah, see line 1, line 2. Okay, I need to draw an angular bisector. You may just draw angular bisector for this angle. Angular bisector. Yeah, see, this is an angular bisector. These two angles are equal. You may say them as something like alpha and alpha, alpha and alpha. And now you just take a point P on the line, somewhere P. If you draw a perpendicular from P to this line, perpendicular from P to this line, okay? If we have a chance to draw perpendicular from P to this line as well as perpendicular from P to this line. Yeah, if you draw these perpendiculars from P onto those two lines, see, look there, alpha, alpha, this side is common for these two, 90 degrees is also common, then it is easy for us to announce that these two triangles are congruent, because angles alpha, alpha is same, 90, 90 is same, one side is also common there. Okay, we say it as ASA congruency, two angles and one side congruency. According to that congruency, these two triangles are congruent, and so we say that PA is equals to PB. Since these two are congruent, we will announce that PA is equals to PB. But actually, what is PA? PA is the distance from P to the line 1. You just name the lines as L1 and L2. And PB is the distance from P to the line 2. Okay. So, distance from a point P to line 1 and line 2 are same. Distance is always perpendicular distance, and I indicated here it as perpendicular, so that is the distance. So, PA and PB are equal in the sense, take every point on this line. Okay, on this line there exists infinite number of points. Take every point on this line. For sure all those points are equidistant from L1 and L2. Is it clear? Yeah. See, the third property of the angular bisectors is every point on angular bisector is equidistant from the sides of the angle, or in particular here from the lines of the angle. So if P is a point on the angular bisector, since PA is equals to PB by ASA congruency, the distance from P to the lines L1 and L2 are equal. What is P actually? P is a point on the line. You may take another point. For suppose if you take a point here, if you take a point here, for different points of the line, always this particular property is true. So at the end we conclude that every point on the angular bisector is equidistant from the lines of the angle, from the sides of the angle. Okay, so just have a look. Here at the end we mentioned you three different properties. Okay, first thing is the definition, second thing is what angle between the angular bisectors as 90, and the third thing is every point on the angular bisector is equidistant from the sides. Okay, just have a look. Initially we will have two lines, and those two lines will have two different angular bisectors. Okay, For suppose take a line L1 as a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0, and another line L2 as a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. If these two lines are like this is L1, and for suppose you say this is L2. L1 is one line, okay, and L2 is another line, right? And these two lines will make automatically four angles. These two angles are equal, as well as these two angles are also equal. So, and for these two lines, for sure there exist two angular bisectors. You say them as L3 and L4. Okay, L3 is the bisector which bisects this angle, for suppose you say, and L3, and L4 is the line which bisects this angle, and you say it as L4. And now L1 and L2 equations are given. We are going to find what? Equations of L3 and L4. Okay. Then further, if you take a point P on this L3, okay, see, you just take it as P alpha comma beta be a point on that L3. Since P alpha comma beta be a point on this L3, as we mentioned that distance from P to L1, distance from P to L2, both are equal. Okay. We are going to find the equations of angular bisectors. So we are going to find the locus of the points on the angular bisectors. Let P alpha comma beta be a point on angular bisector. Yeah, since P is a point on the angular bisectors, it is very clear that P is equidistant from L1 and L2. Since P is equidistant from L1 and L2, distance from P to L1 is given by this, okay, modulus of A1 alpha plus B1 beta plus C1 divided by root of A1 square plus B1 square is distance from P to L1, and distance from P to L2 is modulus of A2 alpha plus B2 beta plus C divided by root of A2 square plus B2 square. See, if alpha comma beta is an arbitrary point on the angular bisector, then for that angular bisector, at the end we have this particular relation. Okay, just have a look. I will erase something for the space concern, and then I will continue. Okay, just once you just think about it. L1 and L2 are the given lines. Yeah, for this L1 and L2, for sure there exist two angular bisectors. You just say them as L3 and L4. Okay, right. And if you take a point P alpha comma beta on L3, that is equidistant from L1 and L2. So distance from alpha beta to the line 1 and distance from alpha beta to the line 2, we know it. Okay, distance formula, modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square, substituting the point in the line divided by the root of x coefficient square plus y coefficient square. With that property, this is distance from alpha beta to L1, this is distance from alpha beta to L2. Yeah, just alpha comma beta be a point, a locus point. Okay, and at the end, how can we generate? I will erase this. Yeah, at the end, therefore, equations of angular bisectors. If you generalize it, therefore, equations of angular bisectors. Equations of angular bisectors. L3 comma L4 are given by. Yeah, we need to find L3 and L4, and those equations are given by. Yeah, see, that is modulus actually. In the place of alpha beta, in generalization, we need to replace x and y, and you will get that like this: a1x plus b1y plus c divided by root of a1 square plus b1 square. And this side what? a2x plus b2y plus c2 divided by root of a2 square plus b2 square. Both sides we have modulus symbols. So while removing modulus, you may get positive, 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 negative, 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 and negative, negative. That indicates that there are totally two possibilities with plus or minus signs. So at the end, this is the equation for the angular bisectors. Just have a look. but since we removed that modular sign, we need to utilize plus or minus symbol here. Okay. So at the end, if the line L1 and L2 are given, then by observing these lines to find out the equations of angular bisectors L3 and L4, it is very simple. Just take the first equation divided by the root of the coefficients, sum of the squares of the coefficients is equals to plus or minus. Second equation divided by the square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficients. If you take plus sign, you will get one equation, and with minus sign, you will get another equation. So it represents for plus one line and for minus another line. So at the end, we can find two lines. You just say them as L3 and L4. And among those two lines, one line is the bisector of the acute angle and one line is the bisector of the obtuse angle. That's all the things we can find with some other problems. Okay, just you observe it, and I will give you one problem related to this concept. Just have a look. The problem will give you much idea. Okay, look there. Two lines are given. Okay, what are those lines? 3x plus 4y minus 1 is equals to 0 is one line, and 12x minus 5y plus 13 is equals to 0 is another line. You just say those lines as L1 and L2. Okay. Then for these two lines L1 and L2, for sure there exist two angular bisectors. We need to find those two angular bisectors, and we need to separate those two as one for acute and one for obtuse. Okay. Now equations of angular bisectors. How can we find? Just by the rule above, as I mentioned you, equations of angular bisectors. Equation of angular bisectors. How can we find? The rule is what? Can I mention here? A1x plus B1y plus C1 divided by root of A1 square plus B1 square is equals to plus or minus A2x plus B2y plus C2 divided by root of A2 square plus B2 square. Okay. Yeah. So that implies A1x plus B1y plus C1 is just nothing but the first line itself. Okay. Use that first line. So that implies 3x plus 4y minus 1 divided by root of 3 square plus 4 square is equals to plus or minus second equation. 12x minus 5y plus 13 divided by the root of 12 square plus minus 5 square. Yeah, we need to simplify it with plus sign once and with minus sign once. So that implies 3x plus 4y minus 1 divided by this root of 3 square plus 4 square is 5 is equals to, use plus sign, and this is 12x minus 5y plus 13 divided by 13 with plus sign. And if you write with minus sign, and 3x plus 4y minus 1 divided by 5 is equals to minus of 12x minus 5y plus 13 divided by 13. You need to think about it. Okay, the denominators are 5 and 13. 144 plus 25 is 169 and root 169 is 13. So I mentioned it. And here 4 plus 16 is 25 and root 25 is 5, and I mentioned here. See, if you simplify this part, you will get one equation. If you simplify this part, you will get another equation. And those two equations are the equations of angular bisectors for the lines L1 and L2. Okay, and among those two lines, one line bisects acute angle between those lines, and another one bisects the obtuse angle. So we need to simplify these two first of all. Okay, how to simplify it? You just simplify it for some time, and then I will erase this and I will mention you. Okay? Yeah. Can I erase? You just do cross multiplication. That's it. And on cross multiplication, we need to simplify. Okay? Yeah. Right. Yeah. We need to simplify the first one and the second one. That implies, see, if you do cross multiplication, 13 into 3 is how much? 39x minus 13 fourths is 52y minus 13 is equals to, with 5, 60x with 5, 25y with 5, 65. And another line with minus sign. Okay, 13 into 3 just like 39x 52y minus 13 is equals to minus 60x, minus of minus is plus 25y, and if you think about the constant, minus 13 and 5 minus 65. So simplify these two to get two line equations, and you just say those two lines as the equations of angular bisectors. That implies, yeah, send everything that side. If you send 39x that side, 60 minus 39 is 21x, and 52 that side minus 77y, okay, and minus 13 that side plus 78 is equals to 0, okay. Yeah, and what you say about the second one? See now this side 99x 52 minus 25. If you come this, if 25 I come this side, 52 minus 25 is 27y, and then plus 65 minus 13. Okay, 65 minus 13 is 52. I think so. Is equals to 0. Yeah. How to simplify it? We need to simplify something. Okay. If you cancel everything here with 7 or 11, okay, how to simplify? Okay, or otherwise just leave like that. You just say this line equation as L3 and this line equation as L4, and L3 comma L4 are the equations of angular bisectors for L1 and L2. Okay, at the end. Just have a look. L1 and L2 are two given lines. These two lines will intersect and give you four angles. And for those four angles, two pairs are equal. And for one pair, one bisector, and the other pair, other bisector. To find those bisectors, we need to utilize the standard formula that a1x plus b1y plus c1 by root of a1 square plus b1 square is equals to plus or minus a2x plus b2y plus c2 divided by the root of a2 square plus b2 square. So with that idea, at the end I found two lines, and you just let them as L3 and L4. Just have a look. How to separate these L3 and L4, one for acute and other for obtuse. Okay, how to identify? Just think about it once. So I have L3 and L4. So given lines are L1 and L2. With this L1 and L2, I found two angular bisectors, L3 and L4. Okay, L3 and L4. I erased that L3 actually, but L4 I have here. What is that L4? 99x. We just take it as this. 99x plus 27y plus 52 is equals to 0. L3 is one angular bisector, L4 is the other angular bisector. We need to separate them. We need to identify which one is for the acute angle and which one is for the obtuse. Just you think once that situation, the diagram, you say this is L1, and if you say this is L2, okay, and this L4, I don't know where it is. Okay, I don't know that L4 is either for acute or for obtuse, I don't know. For suppose, if this is L4, for suppose, okay, just it is a supposition. Yeah. See, for suppose if this is that L4, you just try to find angle theta between L2 and L4. Okay. See, totally how many angles are there? So many angles involved here. But what I am finding now? I am finding angle theta which is in between L2 and L4. L2 is this particular line. Okay. Or you may go with L1 also, because the numbers are somewhat simple, right? Okay, no problem. L2 and L4 or L1 and L4, no problem. Okay, you just find this angle as theta. Yeah, see, L1 is, what is the line equation L1? There I have. Theta is the angle between an L1 and L4. You just find tan theta. Tan theta is equals to, how can we find? Angle between those two lines. There are many ways to find that angle between those two. Tan theta is equals to modulus of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. That's what I can use. modulus of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Yeah, that is equals to modulus of m1, which is the slope of this first line, which is minus 3 by 4, minus m2, the slope of the second line, nothing but minus 99 divided by 27. Okay, divided by 1 plus m1 is minus 3 by 4 and m2 is minus 99 by 27. Okay, we need to simplify it. 99 by 27 I can cancel out with 9. Okay, 9 11s, 9 3s, 9 11s, 9 3s. So how can we go with the next step? Minus of minus is plus, here it is actually, yeah, minus of minus is plus, so this is equals to minus 3 by 4 plus 11 by 3 divided by 1, minus of minus is plus, and 3 and 3 get cancelled, 1 plus 11 by 4. Okay, and if you simplify, what will happen? 3 3s is 9, 11 4s is 44. See, this is 44 minus 9 is 35. Okay, so you need to simplify actually. 35 by 12 into 4 by 15. 35 by 12 into 4 by 15 is, how can we derive? 4 3s and then 5 3s, 5 7s, 7 by 9 whose value is less than 1. That's why that is enough for us. So at the end, if I found tan theta, the value of tan theta is less than 1. Yeah, whenever the value of tan theta is less than 1, tan theta is 1 for theta is equals to 45 degrees. Since tan theta is less than 1, then for sure this theta is less than 45 degrees. Since this theta is less than 45 degrees, this is also less than 45 because these two are vertically opposite, right? And now what you say about this total angle? This total angle is less than 90 degrees. Since this total angle is less than 90 degrees, there you can announce that this L4 is the equation of acute angle bisector. Or suppose if you find the number which is greater than 1 here, then you announce that L4 is for the obtuse angle bisector. Okay, see, once again I will tell you, just be patient here. Okay, the given lines are L1 and L2. Using the formula we found L3 and L4. Okay, I have two pairs here. L1 and L2 is one pair, L3 and L4 is another pair. From this L1 and L2, you just take one line, either L1 or L2. Here we are taking L1. And from this L3 and L4, you can take any one, either L3 or L4. Here we are taking L4. Just now you find the angle between this L1 and L4. And think about the situation from the diagram. Since the angle between L1 and L4 is less than 1, okay, tan theta is less than 1, that indicates that the angle is less than 45. Since this angle is less than 45, this L4 is acute angle bisector, and L3, which is other line, other L3 is there, that L3 is for obtuse. And in the similar manner, if I move like this, I don't know this. For this particular problem, for this values, tan theta is less than 1. In some other problem, tan theta may be greater than 1. If there the tan theta is greater than 1, then you announce that L4 is the obtuse angle bisector and L3 is the acute angle bisector. Okay, just have a look. నా దగ్గర గివెన్ లైన్స్ రెండు ఉన్నాయి, L1 and L2. ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ యాంగులర్ బైసెక్టర్స్ రెండు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేశాను నేనే ఫార్ములా వాడి, L3 and L4. ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం L3 and L4? L3 and L4 ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి మన దగ్గర ఫార్ములా ఉంది. ఏంటా ఫార్ములా? A1x plus B1y plus C1 divided by root of A1 square plus B1 square is equals to plus or minus A2x plus B2y plus C2 divided by root of A2 square plus B2 square. So L1 L2 అంటే మనకు తెలుసు. L1 అంటే ఎవరు? A1x plus B1y plus C1. L2 అంటే ఎవరు? A2x plus B2y plus C2. సో L1 L2 మన దగ్గర ఉంటే ఈ ఫార్ములా వాడి L3 L4 ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం. ఆ తర్వాత వీళ్ళిద్దరిలోంచి ఒకరిని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి, L1 L2 లోంచి. ఆ తర్వాత వీళ్ళిద్దరిలోంచి ఒకరిని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో నేను ఫర్ సపోజ్ L2 L3 అనుకున్నాను, వాళ్ళిద్దరి మధ్యలో యాంగిల్ తీటా అన్నాను. ఇప్పుడు ఆ తీటా కోసం tan తీటా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాను. లైన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, వాటి మధ్యలో యాంగిల్ తీటా తెలుసు, tan తీటా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాను. నేను ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తే వచ్చిన tan తీటా లెస్ దాన్ 1 అయినా అవ్వచ్చు, గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 1 అయినా అవ్వచ్చు. లెస్ దాన్ 1 కనుక వస్తే నేను సెలెక్ట్ చేసిన L3 అక్యూట్, వదిలేసిన L4 అబ్ట్యూస్. గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 1 వస్తే నేను సెలెక్ట్ చేసిన L3 అబ్ట్యూస్, వదిలేసిన L4 అక్యూట్. సో దీన్ని బేస్ చేసుకుని we can decide the acute angle bisector as well as the obtuse angle bisector from the given lines, okay, from the derived lines L3 and L4 for the given lines L1 and L2. Okay, just have a look. Now the 44th bit is finding equation of bisector containing a given point alpha comma beta. Containing a given point alpha comma beta in the sense, if I have two lines L1 and L2, the system of two lines and L1 and L2 will divide the plane into four parts. If P alpha comma beta is a point in any one of the region, okay, specifically if here it is P alpha beta. For suppose P is there here, so we have two angular bisectors L3 and L4, okay. See, one line you will get with plus sign in this formula and one line with minus sign in this formula, and without identifying plus or minus we use modulus, okay. This is the formula to find the equation of angular bisectors. See, there are two angular bisectors. Among these two I need this line. This line is my answer and this is not my answer. See, how can we find this? See, whenever you will get this equation either by using plus sign or by using minus sign, that's what you need to think. So for that, see, you just substitute that alpha comma beta in first line as well as in second line. So if you substitute in first line and in second line, if they are positive, okay, so if substitute alpha beta in first line, the result is positive, and if you substitute alpha beta in second line, then only the result is positive. That in the sense, if you take any point in this line and substitute in L1 and substitute in L2, also positive. Since, see, every point positive value, so this is positive, this is positive, so you need to use plus sign to find the equation. Similarly, we need to check for other possibilities. If both are positive and both are negative, use plus sign for the required equation. If one is positive and the other is negative, use minus sign for the required equation. So that's it, okay. Just have a look.